Good evening. Our Friday outlook much improved compared to later on this weekend. We do continue with a lot of clouds out there as you look onto downtown from the West Bank. Temperatures right now around the mid-40s on the South Shore. We're going to continue to see a little more warmth north of the lake for a while longer here. Of course, lots of people already out on the route. So purple, green, and gold is definitely your forecast for the majority of this weekend. We at least don't have so much wind to make it bone chilling out there. Here's what you can expect for tonight's parades. No rain on them, which is great news. As we look to tomorrow, we're going to up that chance just a little bit into the very late evening time frame, but Sunday is unfortunately looking like a bit of a washout all day long. So as we head into the next few mornings, no longer a concern for those pipes bursting on the North Shore. You shouldn't have to worry about too many of your plants either, which is good news. Temperatures up above the freezing mark in most spots. If we were to see anyone near freezing, it'd be closer to the state line. On the South Shore, expect the 40s, and then we'll get into Sunday all the warmer in the upper 30s to 40s across both sides of the lake. On Monday, we start our gradual warming trend into next week. So tomorrow, everything looks just fine for most of the parades rolling in the early morning, afternoon, and evening time frame. I think the majority of rain is going to hold off until very late beyond 9 p.m. But we do shift our attention to Sunday as a result of consistent rain just about the entire day. So another weather impact alert is issued. Make sure that you are prepared if you're going to go out onto the route. Let's put the maps into motion. A lot of cloud cover with us all weekend long, so we're not going to see tons of sunshine. You'll notice this is Saturday around 1 o'clock. That means it's not going to feel super warm compared to the last couple of days. So mid-50s cloud cover, just dress appropriately. And then we'll get into the 8 o'clock time frame and see a couple showers off to our west. The majority of those shouldn't be here until 9:30, 10 o'clock, and hopefully at that point most crews have already gone through their whole parade route. Then we get into Sunday morning. A lot of heavy rain off to the west as we continue into the afternoon time frame. We're going to see bands of really heavy downpours at times. So that's all the way into your afternoon and the late evening. And then finally, we'll start to see some improvements with all of this moving out as we get towards 7, 8, 9 o'clock p.m. Just a consistent forecast for lots of heavy rain at times. Overall, I think the amount should be around 3 inches at the most, meaning we're not really worried about a huge flood threat, which is good news. But if anything, we'd see about 2.5 to 3 inches from Morgan City through Thibodaux down to Raceland and Galliano in New Orleans proper, probably just picking up about 1.5 inches at the most. So here's Sunday's forecast for parades, upper 40s to low 50s, and those rain chances somewhere between 60 and 100%. I think into the peak of the afternoon time frame, just about everybody will be dealing with some downpours out there. But knowing New Orleanians, it probably won't stop anyone from getting out on the route. Look at the backside of this weekend. We do have absolutely gorgeous weather Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And then Thursday, it looks like parades should be just fine as well. Only a quick passing rain chance in the morning. Upper 60s, that's about perfect. And then Friday, of course, for greasing of the poles, the big day in the French Quarter, and a nonstop weekend of fun and festivity. We continue with those mid-60s overnight lows, nowhere near the freezing mark, but we could have another round of colder air by Mardi Gras.